If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. I post a new Tom Brady video every day.
Let's go to Tom Brady now. He has 3 road wins, fellas. Yeah, it's that bad, Jeff. Threw 10 touchdown passes and won a Super Bowl and 1 postseason in Tampa during a pandemic, mind you. And oh, by the way, beat Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, and Patrick Mahomes along the way.
I've seen every great quarterback play. Tarkenton, Staubach, Fouts, Bradshaw, Stabler, Namath, saw him, Montana, Fouts, Elway, Marino, Young, Aikman. I've seen them all, and I've seen multiple games. Regardless of age, I've never seen a quarterback play this well as Tom Brady is at 38. And I hear people say, well, the rules now for offense. Yes, you're right. But not everything today works in the favor of the quarterback. It doesn't. Defensive players, bigger and faster. Defensive schemes, more well-coached. Defensive coaches watch more film and are smarter. Society in football now has more mobility, so you're constantly dealing with a new coach in and an old coach leaving, new receiver in, old receiver leaving. Society's much more mobile today. You don't play with the same wide receivers like Kenny Stabler did for 8-10 years. You have no huddles anymore. Those don't help the quarterback. There's a lot of things here that they hinder the modern quarterback. That's why of the last 61 taken, like 4 of the last 61 drafted are high-end quarterbacks. But Tom Brady in his last 8.5 games, post-Deflategate, 67% completion rate, 2,800 yards, a Super Bowl, 26 TDs, and 3 picks. That's post-Deflategate.
It's not Brady's fault they changed the rules. Brady didn't change the rules. But, damn, he's still all-time tough to me.
I've seen them all. I've seen them all play since 1972. He often plays in cold weather in Foxborough. Marino got sun. Peyton Manning got a dome. And think about this. Brady has thrown a touchdown, just a touchdown, not a reception, not a catch, not a pass. 58 players have caught a touchdown from Tom Brady. 58. Bette Midler had one. 58. You think Sammy Baugh had 58 different guys who he had to get his timing down with? Sorry. I mean, what I'm watching right now, everybody thinks everything helps the quarterbacks. Well, if that was the case, why aren't they all great? We've only got 2 great ones in the league right now. Rodgers and Brady are great. Then there's a lot of variations of really good. No, not all these rules. Not everything helps the quarterback. Now, no huddle. Got to be cognitive, fast. Go, no huddle, no timeouts. Defensive guys faster, more games, new coaches, new receivers, in and out. I've never seen anybody play this well, and Brady's 38. I've never seen it. All the upside, no downside. Hasn't had a deep threat for more than 1.5 years of his career. It's remarkable. I'm not a homer. You just sound dumb if you don't understand how hard this is. It's just incredible to watch them play. It's incredible. And he plays in Foxborough, where by next week, going to be hailstorms and sleet storms. It's not a great place to throw a football. Outside of Chicago, it's probably the worst in the league.
Is what happened yesterday. First year, new team, new conference, putting them on their back, snapping the NFL's second longest playoff drought, winning 3 games on the road and going to the Super Bowl. Even if they don't win number 55, is what he did yesterday the greatest accomplishment of all? No, I'm not going to shorten it up, Key, because this is one of the greatest players of all time, so I'm going to let it go, bro.
Where the toughness comes in and where, I put a lot of respect for certain quarterbacks especially is to be able to stand in a pocket of chaos with some of the most giant human beings who are the most physically gifted, strong, pound for pound, physically explosive for being 290 pounds, and you still can sit there and be, whoa, there's this chaos around me, but I can look down the field and evaluate the coverage and see who's open and have no fear, right, and still throw the ball even though I know Khalil Mack's about to hit me underneath the ribs. Mm-hmm. And that's a special kind of toughness.
As far as the toughest quarterback, social media likes to have some fun with you.
Of course.
I've got a list of some good ones.
Yeah.
Where'd you have Brady ranked?
We didn't do like a ranking. Yeah. We just had a conversation about toughest quarterbacks in football.
Show up much?
Well, I put him on there. I was one of the first names out of my mouth just because, okay, I mean, we're in year 19. He's a pocket passer. Right. Talk about the things we just talked about, keeping your eyes downfield, never caring about who's hitting him. I got a lot of respect for Brady.
Look, man, what can you say? I'm sitting here and I'm just kind of like, wow, yesterday as time was ticking away and it was clear that Brady was going to the Super Bowl again, it's just like, damn, like enough already. Share it with somebody else. But, certain players in certain situations, no matter what you try and do, they just, for whatever reason, they got that it factor, that magic, another Super Bowl appearance. Like, how could you? It's like LeBron James. You could just take him, drop him with a team. Like, if you took Tom Brady and put him on the Detroit Lions right now, they might be in the damn NFC Championship game next year. I mean, it's crazy.
And he didn't get any of this power we were talking about last week on the show. You were saying, they're going to give Tom full roster control. He's basically going to be the GM/quarterback. He can control everything he wants. And now it comes out that all he wanted was his teammates' phone numbers so he could reach out to them, which is like the most Tom Brady move ever.
Oh, yeah. You think that's the case? You don't think that's just strictly pandering? You don't think that is 100% pandering right there?
Who wrote that article? Who put that article out that said that's all he asked for?
I think
put it out first?
Tom's people released that to somebody, for sure. All Tom wanted was.
Haven't you heard stories like that about Tom? Like, that is Tom. Like, Matt Flynn was with the Patriots for camp one year, and he said even when he's like, honestly, like, I don't have a bad thing to say about the dude. He was the nicest dude ever. Came up, introduced himself to me day one. He said when I got cut, he sent me a text saying like, "Hey, I wish you could have spent more time around you. Good luck with everything you're doing." Like, that's Tom Brady.
He's the greatest. That's why the guy is the greatest. That's why you would want him in your building if you could. In the Colts, could have had him right down the street here. Could have been living right next door. And they said no to him. That's wild to me.
Could they have been able, like, would their contract situation, their cap situation, allow them to give him 2 years, $50 million?
Oh, yeah. $25 million a year. That's what they're giving Phillip Rivers anyways. And they're paying Jacoby $21 million or something like that. They got $40-some million in quarterback hits if the roster remains the same going into the season as it is right now. Because unless they trade away Jacoby, they're going to have to pay them both at over $20 million. Could have easily had the greatest of all time in here. But you said, you know who I want? I would like Phillip Rivers over Tom Brady. That's what they said.
I'm going to stick with Brady right here now, and which is hard for me to do. You know this is difficult for me to do, but I will say, and the reason I said this is because the way that historians, guys like yourself, will frame this is he went on the road. He beat, to your point, he beat a poor quarterback, but a very good front seven in Washington in the playoffs. Then he goes and beats Breeze, the team that had beat them twice during the season, beats them at home against another exceptionally good defense and the New Orleans Saints. Then he goes to the MVP's house and beats Aaron Rodgers and Green Bay in Green Bay, and then caps it off with the baby goat. That's your name, not mine. I don't do the baby goat nonsense. But the guys that everybody's already crowning to be the next GOAT, and that's what you call them, and he beats them, handily.
You take Tom Brady and put him on the Jacksonville Jaguars, all of a sudden, they win the division. Hats off to him. His career is amazing. That's all I can say.
I always feel like Tom Brady is at the right place at the right time.
That's it for this video. I post a new Tom Brady video every day, so please like and subscribe. That way you'll always have a new Tom Brady video to watch every single day.